first of all, welcome to my channel. Wow. I have actually been planning a podcast, but I didn't have the strength and didn't have the means to help to a hand here to help me with the podcast. But because I'm going to be introducing like an Uptown Goddess tripping thing later, we're going to talk about that. So this is welcome to our very first podcast that I don't know what yet to call it, but someone called it for me third wheeling, tripping, whatever. So this podcast is going to talk about travel on budget. I'll make sure that I share experiences with you that does not actually break the bank. It's going to save your pocket for a bit, but also you're going to enjoy. So it's about lifestyle. It's about life in general, travel, adventure, whatever. Anything that we can talk about later on podcast. So I'm going to be introducing a co-host. Well, this is a co-host of mine, the third wheeler of the year, I think. Her name is Krystel.
I'm not the original third wheeler, but I've been third wheeling with Ate for a very long time. So, hi. You may find me in a lot of her videos, mostly hiding from the camera. Yeah, I'm there.
So, but anyway, Krystel, why do we have like a beautiful set over here?
Well, we're here in Arabica Coffee House.
Yay! Thank you, Sir Prem. Thank you, Sir Dad. Thank you, Mr. Raju. It's called Arabica Coffee House. Thank you so much for giving us this. Actually, I declared it would be my studio. Thank you so much. I know it would be okay for them plugging their Arabica Coffee House. Me and Krystel are going to talk about relevant topics, but this time, Krystel is going to do more of the talking because, as a third wheeler, she should share experiences. So recently, I have posted our trip that you have. Thank you for editing it for me. So I'm so slow with editing. So she's edited for me our trip to Bahrain. Mind you, it should be Bahrain and KSA. And people do not believe. So there's this last video I've posted 4 days ago that has now about 12,000 views because it picked up on the second day. She did not edit the entire thing for me, but I picked up pieces from what she has saved on my drafts. So she's the one to blame.
Sorry.
And people did not believe that we traveled via the mom and KSA. She's going to tell you the story to Bahrain with just less than 100 KD. In dollars, it should be around 350.
Yeah. I didn't look at it because I didn't want to look at it.
Yeah. So why I was triggered by posting a video that says that is because I was charging you.
You charged me 25 KD to go on this trip, which is very reasonable, actually.
Very
reasonable.
Say, okay, to be honest, how much were you expecting to spend?
And honestly, I was thinking I would be spending 150 KD. 150 to 200 KD.
But how much in the end?
In the end, I spent 100 KD. Exactly 100 KD.
Right.
Exactly.
For me and Leroy, we've spent about 97 and a half, 95 and a half. To some of you who might be watching right now, I've shared with you the Excel sheet I've done, which is similar to what I shared with you and Mina.
It was a beautiful
Mina
Excel
actually
sheet.
spent the least.
Yeah.
Because you saw how much I charged her, $45, 45 KD. Plus she spent for her own visa. That's how much was the visa, which she paid double.
I paid double for the visa because I thought I was being smart and chose single entry.
Yep.
When I needed to choose multiple entry, which was such a dumb move from my part.
Because so most of you, or most of us actually, how did it start actually, me planning KSA and Bahrain? It was because of Ian, the very original third wheeler of the relationship. Is actually planned of going to Turkey. Yeah. We were not available, so we left it for about 2 weeks. And then I got the chance to go on a short trip because Leroy would be able to do it. So I said, okay, why not go to another country? Maybe land trip this time. Because I have a colleague, his name is Asif. Hi, Asif. He would always go there to Bahrain. First trip was KSA in Bahrain, and then he would do a Bahrain trip every month, almost every month. And then so he gave me the tips, and he would always push me to go there.
Yeah.
Like, go. And you know what the Filipinos would normally have a problem with?
The border.
Yes.
Police.
Understanding how the border processes would be, and for a female like me and you, it would be, I'm imagining it's like a very difficult thing to do. On the borders, there would be police with this gated thing.
Because we're expats and we don't speak Arabic.
Yes.
Clearly, I don't speak even Tagalog.
Yeah.
So-
She's bulol in Tagalog.
Yeah. So when thinking of going to the border, I think like, oh my god, I'm gonna get harassed by the police. They're not gonna be friendly.
Yes.
So I never really thought of going by land at all.
Right, because even after we traveled or during our travels, I would receive comments from friends like, how are the borders looking like? Is it scary? I think it's scary because I can imagine it to be scary because that's what we put in our brains because that's maybe what we picture what's happening in the borders. But as if my colleague kept telling me, there's nothing very dangerous on the borders. The police would speak English. They'd be very nice to you. They're nicer than the normal human beings you meet in here in the towns, in the city proper, because they'll try to be very helpful to you because they understand that you're traveling from one city, from one country to another, and then to another. And there was never, I could not take a video. It was not allowed, and a photo. So
Yeah.
what was your experience when we got to the border?
So the border police were very friendly, extremely friendly. Remember when we went to Bahrain, what happened?
Yeah, so first in because it was a first trip,
Yeah.
we went to like that white dome
Yeah.
thing for our biometrics or whatever.
Oh yes, we
Yes.
did our biometrics. And everything was really at haze because I was just following everybody what they were doing. But we just did our biometrics. I was in the honestly, when I'm with Ate Jane, I don't really have to think much. So that's a great thing. Because she just takes control of everything, even my paperwork. And so,
And Nina this time was very organized. She brought us a printed copy of the visas.
yeah. So I didn't really do much except pay for another visa.
Because most of us don't know that we can request a visa to KSA. I don't know why she doesn't know that. She's mostly on social media. She would have seen several videos that says that you can apply for a multiple entry 1 year visa.
No, because-
and that's almost the same cost, right?
No, that's the thing because from Jumbo Travels, they told me that it was a different price actually.
Mhm.
It was a different price.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So
And
how much different was it?
they
Like
were
from-
charging me 50 KD for a visa.
Oh, because they would charge you service fee of around 10-15 KDs
I
on
didn't
top
know
of. Yes.
I didn't know that. And so I went researching, looking through it,
Hiking.
and I didn't even know that it was just 30 KD.
Yeah.
Even if I chose single or multiple, it was just 30 KD.
Yeah. Okay. So in value, that was a one entry visa.
Yeah.
When I applied right after this girl, she stressed me out when she got the visa immediately when I said apply. She applied and it was like that easy. I'm telling you, in a stump of a finger, you'll get your visa. So I applied and there was someone in the office pestering me. So I made a mistake with Leroy's passport number and it costed me 34 KD, right? Because, oh no, how much was that? So, divided by, anyway, so that was $108.45. So just convert that to KD. That's how much it is. I think 34 KD, 35 KD, that's the visa. And I had, yeah, in case you make a mistake, what did I do? I was crazy. I had to call. I had to go to ASIMA. For people who don't know ASIMA, no. For people who does not know, there is a visa center here for KSA because we're here in Arabica. That's Salam Mall. Salam Mall, first floor. They have a visa center for KSA. But when I got there, I learned that it is very difficult still there. You know why? They have a lot of documents they're requesting for you to present, and it's not only that. There's a lot of documents, but the most important thing is that someone from KSA should be giving you an invitation letter to go there. So, do you know that? So, I did not tell you, but they told me that when you come here and I have all the documents, you should be able to present also your invitation letter that came from someone living in KSA. So, if we'd go there, we would not have pushed this plan of KSA and Bahrain because that would have prevented us to apply because that's too much to ask for
Yeah.
someone from there. We don't know anyone from KSA.
No,
I mean, I know people, but
we're not close.
not close.
We're not
Exactly.
close.
Exactly. And God knows they might actually ask for a bank statement from that
Yeah.
person, that person would be able to finance us when we get there and don't have the money.
It was
you know,
very
things like that.
intrusive process.
Yes. Yeah. So the process is you apply for ksa.gov.com website, and it's very easy. It takes you 10 minutes, 5 minutes actually.
Yeah, it was very
Just
fast.
get ready with your
Passport, your passport copy, and your ID. All of them should be PNG and less than 200 MB.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
that was
your
it.
passport should have been scanned in that PNG. Actually, for me, I think it was JPEG.
JPEG or PNG,
Yeah.
but it was more faster when it was in PNG.
Okay.
And if you're doing this by road, please make it less than 200 MB or KB.
All right.
Because I had that issue, so I had to compress my files.
So so passport and an ID picture with white background.
Yeah.
In a square size 2x2. That's where I
Actually,
struggled.
They didn't even need a white background.
Oh,
Yeah.
just anything?
Yeah, anything would have
any
done.
background.
Yeah.
But
So-
I took a picture of me and I
Yeah.
sent you to convert it to a PNG, JPEG, whatever.
We could have gotten a
Yeah.
better picture.
Yes. So anyway, so my visa has an uglier version of you.
No.
So those two things are crucial to your applying visa. Okay. So and then we got the visa. We had to consider for people who are driving like me and Leroy who are going to be in charge of driving. I had to bring my car to two different people to make sure that it's in condition. So my Pajero is kind of old. It was one of my biggest struggle actually, thinking my Pajero would be able to travel all the way. By the way, we traveled 19 hours. So we traveled to 2 countries. My video says that really truly 2 countries, 3 days. We drove 19 hours. We were 19 hours in total on the road. We spent less than 100 KD. This girl spent exactly 100 KD. I spent around 95.5, 97.5, and Mina spent the least.
I can't believe she spent the least.
And I can't say I blame her for saving us money. She didn't want to go in Boulevard World because we're going to pay entrance fees. You said that too.
Yeah.
In the House of High, we didn't go in because she didn't want to. So preventing each other from paying for extras could save you money. So believe me, it was not even 100 KD for each of us. She had spent exactly and didn't go overboard.
No.
We're at the Arabica Coffee House. Anyway, so that was fun. So
Yeah.
tell us, on the road, this girl, I kept actually teasing her. How do you see, what do you think of the road? What do you think of the surroundings? What do you think? What did you see in the borders?
I saw so many of the locals. They were so nice. It was so green and lovely.
So yeah, so in the borders, she kept saying, she kept saying, I see fungus. I see yellows. So the desert,
I saw sand.
the sand colors would change from beigey to browny, down, to orange to yellow, and then back to beige.
In all honesty, I couldn't believe you guys drove that far.
Leroy drove the most
Yeah.
of the time. So
So I was already bored. And I was not even doing much. I was sleeping.
So from the borders of KR, we reached Daharan. The Mom and Alcobar. So we took a break in the Mom.
Yeah.
Where we had a breakfast at McDonald's. We were shocked because the McDonald's had cabins. You would see that in the front of my video. In the beginning of the video, that we would see that on the 5th second. I was putting curtain covering us. Yes. Playing hide and seek with the curtains because it's the first time I've seen a McDonald's in a cabin and the curtains to close this space. Yes. So we had a McDonald's at that first stop. We stayed about 30 minutes. You can't waste time. This girl was still eating and I had to cut her off. we had to keep moving.
Finish my nuggets.
But she brought something with her and I got mad because why did you bring the sauce?
You still ate the nuggets. I was shocked. I thought you please thank me one.
I never liked the nuggets except that day.
You ate it all.
I deprived her of her nuggets.
That's so sad.
After that, we had, so from Kuwait to Bahrain, after all the checking, I think in total to Bahrain, we've reached Bahrain in like 6.5 hours, only because we stopped over 30 minutes in McDonald's. We had barely around 15 minutes in the Mount border and then to Bahrain border. So with all the stopovers and McDonald's, 30 minutes made it 6.5 hours.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're used to driving back and forth, like as if he does 4 hours.
I don't know how he did 4 hours.
No, he drives fast.
That's true.
He's a maniac driver. So he gave me the first stop, and that's the McDonald's here, the other side. So we decided to go to McDonald's. We reached Bahrain, and it was happier.
Yeah. We were all very happy.
Yes. So in Bahrain, what did we do?
We went to
What? She always goes Amwaj as Amjad.
I'm done. I'm washed. It was nice. This was not my first visit to Bahrain. I've been to Bahrain before.
You too.
But
Business trip?
no, not I was young and dumb.
So how much did you spend on that? You went by air.
I went by air and my ticket was 50 kb, but I spent more than what I spent on our trip. I spent around 300 kb. I spent around 300 kb.
You partied a lot. How many days were you there?
I was there for I think less than a week.
Yeah?
Less than a week and I spent 300 kb.
Oh wow! So in Bahrain, when we went, Amwaj was my okay. I told myself when I want to go to a country and it's on my bucket list, for example, aside from the country that's on my bucket list, there would be a specific place, the reason why I traveled to that city. And I said when I go to Bahrain, there's only one thing that I want to see first, and Amwaj, because Amwaj is the affluent, the I don't want to say rich people because we're not rich. We just went there and we could afford it that time, so it's just one night. So the hotel was like 44 kb with all the taxes, and that's not even the high end. That was the cheapest in the area. If you've been to Dubai, it's the version of Dubai, Jumeirah, the Palms area. Show alcohol.
You usually just go to Bahrain to party, go to the
Yes.
private beaches.
Yes.
So that's what, the last time I went there, we went to Disney on Ice.
Disney on Ice.
And then we also went to the cultural centers.
Yes.
And a lot of
Which we didn't have
malls.
time to go.
Yeah.
But there in Bahrain, actually, I was quite happy when I don't know why, we're always drawn to go to a mall for meals because we have like the cheapest meal we can have. So either in Bahrain or in Riyadh, we'd always go for Dunkin' Donuts, and McDonald's, and Jollibee, whatever cheap we can buy ourselves for every meal, because we're saving our money for something to happen in the evening. And then we were happy because we went to the Amus Bahrain. We had to see it because it was, anyway, you're Ashai, so you're from Ashai. Yes, I know the mall myself, and we had to see it to compare with the Amus Kuwait. We had to have a meal there, and then we went for a walk at the back of the mall.
Yeah. Actually, you discovered it.
Yeah.
I just told you that there was a place you could take a picture of.
Yes.
Then you discovered that there was a.
And then you didn't see me anymore.
Yeah.
I was there, I just ran.
I was like, where is she?
I found her, yes. So they didn't see me, and I was like, come guys. And I was already about to pay tickets for the sunset, right? Because I know sunsets, there's a thing with me in the sunset, right? I would bring you to overlooking places for sunset, to see the sun.
Yeah.
That's it, setting, going down.
You have an
That's
obsession with you.
Yes. Because it feels calming, it feels like, I don't know. So when I saw that and it's like almost sunset, I just paid tickets. How much is it? 3 Bahraini dinars, 2.83.
Yeah.
And it's a 30-minute ride. It wasn't 30 minutes, almost 45 minutes. Yeah.
It was 15 minutes.
Yeah, they're charging 3 EHD
Yeah.
for 15 minutes. But it's never 15 minutes because you see that
It
going
was
down.
It was quite long.
Yeah, and you see people in bikinis on the resorts.
Yeah. Kuya Ian missed a lot.
Yes, there were babies there.
It was really nice.
Yes, it was.
And it was actually very relaxing.
Yeah.
These
So,
were the view.
yeah, and you took good videos for me.
It was mostly I was taking videos. You
Because before we left, she promised me she would edit for me because I'm not interested anymore in doing all this content because editing wise, like it takes so much time. And for her, it's just like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would take me hours to edit.
I mean, as long as you don't make me do any manually, but I'm fine. Give me anything with technicals, I'll do it. Coding,
I'm the dumbest thing about things. I've never felt so little in my life. I remember. Okay, so from Bahrain, so we went to Amwaj. It was a very nice looking hotel. We had our own parking because we had our own car. So we got to save money. And our car is not very high maintenance. Someone commented on a video saying that no, it's all this without the food. His spending was like his computation with the detail he gave on the comment section. He said like it's about 98K without the food. Where do you eat? It's a question. Like almost similar budget, but we eat differently. We eat cheap. Like we're very free actually. Yeah. Even when we went to in the evening, guys. Yeah. We went to a Vietnamese restaurant. It was so good.
and it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah, we paid 11K for the orders because not all of us ate.
And it
You
was
can
shared.
eat.
I
Yeah.
didn't eat. So,
The pork was we're
gonna go back with the pork.
really nice. It's a Vietnamese restaurant, but we had to have pork.
It's the only time we get to have it.
Okay, and then after that, we had to switch to our 90 persona.
Yeah. Your persona was
My
interesting.
blingy persona. So, yeah, so from the Vietnamese restaurant, which was American Alley, if you want to be there, that's just let me know. It's, Google it, It's
But I
American Alley.
actually took a video of you. Why didn't you post that? You should post that. You
I
should
posted
see,
the junk version on the Republic.
they should see your outfit.
The blingy one. So after the Vietnamese restaurant thing, we had meal there. I had to change to switch to my persona, to my other persona
Where did you change? In a
Yeah.
public
in a
restroom?
public restroom. I had to do that. You have to be ready to do that. This is emergency. This is an emergency you can't really avoid sometimes.
I was in shock. I thought I was seeing a singer come out of there.
So changing at a public restroom, coming out, I was different. I was a different person. I should have videoed my transition.
Yes, you should have.
From a normal girl to a camera to
To a hostess.
a disbanded band member with all the bling and the bling again in the jacket.
I was not prepared. I know you were gonna wear it, but I was still not prepared when you wore it.
But what did you wear? You wore like a dress,
I
a
wore
nice black looking flowy dress.
it was just an off-shoulder blouse with a satin skirt because I didn't want to bring a lot. That's the only thing I brought. That was
Yeah, you
dressy.
looked like a girl. Because she was so considerate that she would match me. She knows I would be wearing black with bling. But I couldn't wear that in the public because otherwise I would see maybe Ariana Grande having a concert on the water, on the boat. I couldn't transition that point.
No, you couldn't. If you wore that, I would be I would look like your bodyguard. So,
And there was this yellow girl that was with us. Nina. She decided to wear yellow. I thought that she didn't have anything she brought in the suitcase.
she had a lot, but she wore that.
Hi, Taurus. Yes.
And I love
The
it.
bees.
I mean, you could see her
Yeah.
from a very crowded area.
And then I was surprised you told me today that no, she has other stuff she brought with her, like
Yeah.
choices of clothes, green, blues.
No, I was in shock. She had more stuff than I did.
But of all the colors, I didn't have an extra except for that. I told you because I told you we'll not be traveling with suitcases because we were expecting we'd be with Ian, and you know Ian.
Yeah.
He's gonna bring all his wardrobe changes, stuff
Yeah.
options.
He has more skincare than me.
Yes. So it occupied the entire space with his makeup.
It gets longer to dress up than me.
And he changes and he tells you, I know, I look good.
He
so,
does look good. He does look good.
so we wrapped up the night crazy. We just actually 1 year.
No, you had one beer.
You had
I had more than each.
That's why you were tipsy. Okay.
I was not tipsy. I was happy.
So the American Alley had a couple of bars, but we went to the hotel. Which hotel was that? That had Republic. Republic was
I saw Lotus. Was it Lotus?
Lotus Hotel.
Yeah,
Exactly.
okay.
Yes. Regents, St. Regents. Yes. Lotus was one of the bars in the restaurant there. That's on the ground first floor. Then we went to Republic, and Republic had well, apparently they said it's one of the best Filipino bands there. I would say so.
I mean, they were good.
Yeah.
I had fun
Yeah.
by the end.
Yeah. And I went to like a disbanded band.
Yeah.
I knew they would wear something like that.
The first half, it was very, not that great.
Yes. Guys, ask questions if you want answered because I'm looking at Krystel's phone now. Krystel. This girl's name is so nice. So if you know, it's Krystal, normally Krystal for Filipino, but her name is different. It's Krystal. It's Krystel. She loves consonants. There's only one vowel there, one vowel, which is letter E. Hi 13. Yeah, someone actually shared our video, so yes. So anyway, so if you have questions, let me know. So from Bahrain, we wrapped up the night with Republic going tipsy.
Yeah.
We had danced the night away on our seats.
On our
I don't
seats,
know how
not
I
on the
did
floor,
do-
on the seats.
How did I do that? I don't know. I was just jumping around.
We were just really happy. Then finally the songs came up that we know.
We didn't even do that in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. I think we'll do that next time. Yeah, anyhow, next time because we have more time in Dubai now. With like for 5 days and you're driving in Dubai, you go to all these places in just 1 day, and then you have the entire 4 days. So next time we'll do that. We'll surely go back to Dubai together. We've been to Dubai together twice, right?
Yeah.
Hey, nice. We'll do it again. Twice now.
No, once.
What? You didn't come to? Oh yeah, I did come. Okay. Okay, so Tbilisi and Armenia, where you got tipsy on your birthday. We'll do it again soon. Okay, so from Bahrain, I don't know what happened to me. I just said that when I go to, since we're here, I didn't even think that it would be Bahrain to Riyadh, about 6.5 hours drive. I didn't think about that. In a spur of a moment, that day when we were at the Hafiz Bahrain, I just said we'll go to Riyadh tomorrow. We didn't have anything in the itinerary.
That was the main purpose. We wanted to go to Riyadh. That's what we wanted from the beginning, to go to Riyadh. So now that we experienced it, should we do it again?
Riyadh not in the next 5 years, I think, because there's a lot of constructions going on. Crazy drivers. So many constructions going on, so many traffic.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like
Except for the boulevard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like the drivers. The drivers,
Yeah.
the area we stayed at terrified me.
Yes. We only saw boys. And the crazy thing that happened is that we entered Riyadh and I was the one driving.
Yeah, you were the only female driver. Yeah, you were the only female driver.
Imagine a female that would start driving in pace in Riyadh.
It was
I
terrifying.
don't know. I don't know how you're gonna do it.
I thought the driving was scary.
Yeah, it's stressful enough.
Yeah. So that's the main part I didn't enjoy was how crazy the drivers were in KSA.
Because we thought the drivers here, the locals drive crazy. But they drive crazy like they speed.
Yeah.
They speed up. They don't push you around like that. In KSA, they push you everywhere. When we went to the boulevard, right?
Yeah.
The square. We crossed the traffic light. Crossing the traffic light, we ended up in a barricade.
Yeah.
Didn't even have a sign saying slide to the right because you're not gonna have lane after this. There's no transition at all.
There was just a lot of F-bombs thrown
Yeah.
in the car, a lot of the P word.
Yeah.
So I was like,
The boulevard is the boulevard, the square was good.
Yeah. The Boulevard area, there's a lot of attractions to go to in Riyadh, but unfortunately, the driving was just.
So would you go back?
I would not go.
Like not in the future?
I don't. I'm like, no, I don't want to go back.
Yeah, even after 2 years. I would maybe after 5 years, 10 years. When I know so many things have been constructed. Maybe.
I'm just.
Not much.
The experience traumatized me. Like, it's amazing, the progress.
Yes.
The progress was amazing, but would I go back? No.
Yeah, because you know why? I made so much hype about the KSA because I've been forwarding all these KSA videos to her and the rest of the group, Ian, Nina, Leroy, because I was seeing it all. And then later on, we realized the development doesn't happen only in Riyadh, but in Al-Kubar, and in different areas. So you don't get to see all those nice things that I shared with you because it's not in Riyadh. All of them, mostly are not in Riyadh. So we didn't get to see them except for the square.
It was beautiful. The square was beautiful, but
So maybe if we were ready to spend your 150 KD, we could have afforded the Boulevard World, which is like Disneyland, their theme park thing, and then the House of Hype. If we were ready to spend that 15 KD here, 9 KD there, it would have been 150 KD.
yes,
And then going home, we started.
you started.
From KC, we traveled 7 hours, 7 hours and a half. We thought there would be something on the road like McDonald's, Burger King. We were eyeing for Burger King because we're fed up with McDonald's. Yeah, and luckily we reached Kuwait without Burger King.
We reached Al-Kiran. And then we had
Yes.
but
And Jollibee.
but it was a fun trip. It was an experience, and thank God we went through all those because the border police were really nice. They were really friendly, very helpful,
Yeah.
and the checkpoints they were not as evasive. What do you call this? I didn't feel harassed.
Yes.
I felt very safe.
It was totally different from what we used to imagine. Like they would be rude, that they would not treat females, especially like there would be sort of mannequin females. No, not at all. We did. Yeah, that's what I was imagining. The Bahrain, we exited Bahrain borders with the police, knowing we're Filipinos, obviously. And he started speaking Tagalog. Like, oh, how are you maganda? In that tone. How are you maganda? And then later on, masarap na maganda.
Yeah, that was a lot.
I felt like it was like a sexual harassment, but he made it sound like funny.
We were all laughing.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
We were in the cars. They check your cars, yes. You should be ready every time. You should keep all the receipts that they give you because there'll be a lot of points checking you, yourself, the group, the car, and then go out. Someone takes your bill, that receipt, and then you leave.
Yes.
That receipt you should hold on to it like as it told me, you should hold that receipt like your life, like your passport.
Yeah, just
You
hold
never
on.
lose that.
I think you even paid toll fees.
Yes, in Bahrain. When we entered Bahrain, I got to pay insurance. But that's like, insurance was like 11.5K. So, yeah, it's good. And then coming back, there's really no fee, zero fee. So if you guys, this leads me to getting her feedback. What does she think of third wheeling again?
I love it. I love third wheeling.
Even if I'm fussy, I'm always fussy, I'm always puncturing.
I always have fun with you.
Yeah.
So, you've been third wheeling with me for a very long time.
Yeah. Have you done it before?
Third wheeling? No.
But
No, I traveled with a lot of with my friends.
with friends your age, not like us.
What do you mean?
Mom?
We're closer in age than you're pressing on. We're very close in age.
She would always tell me that I remind her of her mom. I'm very much like the mom attitude, the behavior, maybe
I feel
personality.
very safe though.
Oh.
That's the thing. I
That's
feel
nice.
very safe and I feel, like and it's very rare that I find somebody that I feel very safe with.
That's nice.
And that's how I felt.
Yeah, I think even with having Ian in the same room, I don't know how you brought that up with mom and dad.
With Ian,
When we travel with Ian to New Zealand, I mean, I know I told you Ian's on there, it's like he's not gonna do anything to you, but to be sharing a room with Ian.
with Ian, when I met him, he was already cracking jokes. you know?
So you felt safe, like safe.
He was a character. He's a character. He is a
He's a
character.
life of he's a life of a party.
He is something else.
Yes.
Yeah. And my dad, my mom, as long as I tell them who I'm with, they're fine. And I mean, I never go a day without telling them what I do. So it's fine.
Yeah, you're always in there, so anyway, you call them every day. So yeah, so that goes to because this girl, she trusts traveling with me. She trusts. I don't know. She feels comfortable traveling with me. She feels safe traveling with me and Leroy, and even with Ian in a group. So what was your biggest consideration when, like in traveling? What are the tips you can give them? The biggest considerations you take aboard when you want to travel?
So whenever I plan on traveling, first thing I do is budget.
Yeah.
Like, this is my budget. I will stick with this budget. This is the only amount that I'm going to be spending. Have a limit. Always have a limit. Always be prepared. Always pack extra underwear.
Oh yeah, you're in the norm like that. Because there will be days, happy days. There will be happy days. So hey, especially if you're traveling in places like you'd have to pay for toilets, and then you'd have your happy days. Yes, and then you would not find stores anywhere. Yes,
Jeans are your
always.
best friend.
Yes, and one thing that I've actually learned through traveling a lot in the past is that always in your hand carried luggages, always put extra underwear. You remember we were stuck in Turkey 2 days? Imagine if I didn't do that. Underwears at least because our luggages that we checked in were not with us. 2 days we were there. We had on our first Turkey trip, stopover from Europe back to Kuwait. We were stuck there for 2 days. We didn't have the luggages. We just had our hand carried. I had to shop for clothes for both of us. That's what I learned to know about LCY. That was the cheapest option I could get.
Actually, I love LCY.
That's where I actually consider kind of LCY Kiki. It's sentimental for me.
The clothings are reasonable.
Whenever I go to avenues, I would always LCY Kiki. The experience. You know, that bond to the brand is something. And then going forward, when I travel, I make sure I have 2 underwears.
Extra
Pairs.
2 underwear.
Yes.
And how many days you have? Plus 2 underwear.
Yes. And at least a pair of sleepwear if you can actually put in. Because you don't know, you might be stuck somewhere. You don't have the money to buy for something. It might not be in your budget. You will not find a store where you can buy these. Yeah.
Like, that's the biggest thing I do. And Google Map is your
Yeah.
best friend.
So where is your next destination? What are you looking at traveling?
I'm going to India.
Ah, yes, in December. Yeah. Ooh, shows.
And
A
next
wedding.
Yes, a wedding. And I'm very excited.
Yes.
I love Indian food, so I'm excited.
I know. You grew up with Indians.
I grew up in India. I went to an Indian school.
Basically, she's half Indian. Yeah, but that's nice.
Next.
To get to know another culture close to you. Is this going to be your first Indian trip?
Yeah. I'm excited.
Which part of India?
I'm gonna go to Mumbai. Mumbai first. Yeah.
For how long?
Because I'm just gonna be there for a week.
How much is your budget?
Budget.
That's a wedding to attend.
So I paid for my ticket 100K. And my budget, I'm not gonna bring more than 50. That's it. 50K.
Good. Because it's cheap.
Yeah, and I'm only gonna be there for a week.
Flying out is how much? Have you booked your ticket?
I booked my ticket. It was only 100KD. I need to get my visa, which I don't think it's gonna be like 5KD. That's it. And I'm just staying with a friend. Actually, if I go to India, I can always stay with a friend, so I don't need to spend money for hotel reservation. So I'm not gonna be spending that much.
For us, because your trip is December, I wanted to take another trip, short trip before Leroy goes joins a new company. But yeah, I actually wanted to New York. I was planning for the aerobic partners. I surprised. I was literally having an Excel sheet planned for him.
Oh.
Yes, and I liked the trip I booked for him. I like the trip I designed for him. I mean, and he's gonna go to New York. He's gonna go to Orlando because he has two kids, a daughter and a son that will enjoy Universal Studios, Disney World in Orlando. And New York is very expensive. I already know how much is he going to spend. So I was imagining I would spend another 1,500 for just a week trip to New York. So no. I'll keep my money because December. I don't know. The trip that I was planning for them is very expensive because it's New Year, Christmas and New Year.
Oh.
You know, it's big in New York because everyone goes there for the fireworks, for Rockefeller Center, Radio City. Everything is happening at the Rockefeller, and the Christmas lighting on the third week before Christmas at the Rockefeller. I wanted to, but now looking at the budget, I won't spend it. It's not the time to spend. You know what's happening. So yeah. So I'm looking at Kazakhstan, which is not available in trips in booking tours.
Oh.
So and I don't want to DIY Kazakhstan. That's not a country I want to DIY. It's like Tbilisi. It's all far, so you have to either rent a car or book a trip on your own. I normally would do DIY, but not that country. No. But yeah, I would be willing to spend 250K for 3 nights. Yeah. Because I want to see Almaty, which is like the town from Canada. Then I'm planning for a February to Canada. This time we're going to use our BTA.
Oh, you're in Canada?
I want to, but it's the coldest season. We can. You're right. I wanted to go to. He wants to. That's the next target. That's the next destination. So anyway, wherever it's cheap and we can, we will. And that's why. So after that video edits of you, Bahrain and KSA, that I posted, it got a lot of views, especially these 2 days. I know, 2 countries, 3 days, less than 100K views video. And most of the questions are like, oh, how much? And is it really true? So I sent them Excel sheet. If you still are not convinced, send me your emails.
I think we forgot something about the Bahrain trip. Our visa for Bahrain, we didn't pay for
Yes.
Bahrain visa at
Yes.
all. We just went with our KSA visa.
Yes. So to enter borders from KSA to Bahrain, they just do checks and that's it. I paid for the car insurance. That's it. No visa charge for Bahrain. In terms of it's soon going to be winter again. In a few weeks, it's going to be winter.
Yes.
So since my content is travel on budget, I have thought about this. That's why we're pushing with the podcast to promote this heavily now. So for those who are living in Kuwait, and like you're always third wheeling. So I'd always go to cafes and restaurants people don't know about that existed in Kuwait. I'm discovering it. It started when after the COVID lockdown, I started going there because I cannot travel international. Started going to cafes and restaurants that are really, really nice. But of course, it's Kuwaiti market.
But these are places like I've never heard of.
Yes.
And I'm born in Kuwait.
Yeah.
So when you tell me these places, I'm like, what?
Yeah. And when people see my pictures, I'm like, Ate Jane, where is that? Where is that? Can you bring me there? Instead of bringing you there for free, the followers can now be with me. Pay for my petrol. I'll trip you there. So we'll do a budget tripping with Uptown Gardens.
Yeah.
We're starting it. In fact, I have a tripping tomorrow with 3 followers. And it's sort of like a treat instead of tripping you because I'm gonna be spending my own money also for coffee, for entrance fees, just to bring you there. Of course, you pay for my petrol, right?
But it's fun. It's gonna be.
It's not gonna be too much. much.
You'll have the time of your life.
Yes. So I'll spend with you 4 or 5 hours of the day, taking you there like your driver, and then taking you, pay for my own entrance fees also, and got coffees also. But I'll be happy to do that for you. So yeah, I've started it tomorrow. I am scheduling 1 or 2 people next Friday, so I'm going to be doing it every Friday. Who knows this tripping to? So this trip is going to be 3 destinations of your choice. If you see my post after the video of 2 days, that's now 12,000 views. You read the picture I posted that's about the tripping within Kuwait. There's going to be 3 destinations, Kuwait Towers, which everyone likes to visit. I haven't been there. This is going to be my first time.
Yeah, shocked when you told me.
Yeah, because of all the places. Yeah.
This is the first thing you told me.
I have been to Kuwait Towers for the restaurant. I'm treating people. Next time I'm going to treat you there. But I haven't been on top at the tower itself. Like, I was at the 88th floor. So this time I'm going to do that with 3 other people. And then they have to choose the second destination. Geo, Mocha. Mocha is not yet open. So it's definitely Geo or the roof. Which you've been, the roof. Adam's Hotel next to the towers, yes. So that one of those you choose, and then the third one is either end up with Shahid Park, which is a lot of. It's a free destination anyway for everyone, and then the Sheikh Ahmed Cultural Center in Big City, Cathedral. So yeah, I'm starting that tomorrow. I have a tripping for 3. Every Friday, I'm gonna schedule someone, or at least 3, 4 people maximum. And also, as apart from that, if this gets really a lot of bookings, the boating video that I had where 350,000 people has viewed and asked me if I was touring people, we are gonna do that. If you would like to message me, we're gonna schedule like a full van of 22 to 25 people to bring with us to Wafa. Because again, Wafa has Wafreto, where I know I was the first Filipino to visit that cafe. Yeah, because I was told by the staff, they were happy to see finally a Filipino visiting that cafe. And then on, when I go back, there's a lot of Filipinos visiting. Maybe their friends have seen that video. I don't know. So we're gonna offer Wafra tour because there's a lot of things to see in Wafra. You were with us.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was with you in all those.
Voting in Miami.
Miami.
And we're gonna introduce also tripping to Failaka Island. Yes.
I have not done that.
Yes. And a couple of friends have actually asked me to trip them to Bahrain. So that's gonna be interesting.
Oh, if you guys want to do that, I
Intercountry.
would. That's great. That you'd have a great time. If you go with Auntie Jane, she'll show you all the places you can. You'll have so many pictures.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
She knows
Sure.
the best spots. If you want her to take your picture, she's even gonna bend down, angle herself.
I'm that kind of person.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll be your photographer.
She took
No limits.
so many pictures. I swear.
I don't swim just to get your picture.
So it's actually she would be the best tour for you guys because she'll actually go the extra mile. And
Yes.
it's only 5 kg. Like that's wow.
Yes.
So all the places you're gonna go to, that's actually you'll be paying more for your taxi if you go
Yeah.
to all these places.
Yeah.
You'll be paying upwards for 15 kg.
So come on.
Yeah.
Do that tripping with me. Try your travel budget. People actually, most of my friends would have thought that I'm spending a lot. I'm spending a lot for my coffee and, of course, food. But it's not going to be too much. I know where to go. And I know you're going to be having fun, taking pictures there. So you know when I'm tripping with you, when you're tripping with me, you have to put on your OOTD, the best OOTDs, like your yellow. Mina's yellow OOTD. Hi, Virgo. Yes, Bahrain is very nice place. Yes, Virgo. Yes. Bahrain. Okay, so Lira and I were discussing what's the difference. Okay, how do you put Bahrain? Where do you place Bahrain in terms of comparing it with Dubai, Abu Dhabi,
Well,
Kuwait, maybe?
you know
This.
what? It's a cleaner version of Kuwait.
Yeah.
But would I say it's a party destination? No.
Not quite, but it's happy. It's okay.
I mean, if I want a quick escape from,
That's the nearest thing.
yeah, I would go there.
Yeah.
Quick escape.
So yeah, you're right. For me, action-wise, because we're free to have pork and alcohol there, so it's more than Kuwait. Because Kuwait never, I don't know, Kuwait maybe is not a country that really looks forward to having tourists there. So anyway, so it's like more advanced than Kuwait, in a sense, more open than Kuwait. That's what I mean. But not quite Abu Dhabi. It cannot be compared to Dubai. It's too far. So it's more open than Kuwait, but it's not as fun as Abu Dhabi.
But the people are very friendly.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a great escape.
Yeah. So there. So definitely, if you've only been living in Kuwait, Bahrain is a good escape for you. We'll drive 5 hours and a half with McDonald's stopover. That's going to be 6.5 hours. Yeah.
6.5 hours is not a bad drive.
Yeah, Virgo. Yes, have you done that, Virgo? You can visit to Bahrain through land to land. Yes. Have you done that? If you want to do it again, let's have a trip. All right, so guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Krystel. Krystel has been with me. So Krystel is going to be pushing me to do another.
Yeah.
So we call this
Third wheeling with Ate Jane.
She named the podcast trust. We never had a name, so they're dealing with me. That sounds like an interesting name, actually. Thank you for pushing this. Actually, I said if we wouldn't do this now, because we've been planning this last year for both of us,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
And you're actually sick today.
Yeah, but even tomorrow, I feel I have an allergy, but we're going to an event after this. Are you gonna come with me?
Sure.
It's in Baguio. I'm gonna attend that event at 8:30, so we'll have our dinner first, and then go there. Maybe
Yeah, I'm good.
and then I'll do the tripping tomorrow with John and a friend, and Ate Almida is not gonna be with us, so I can still have one more with me tomorrow. If you wanna come, you can still come. You wanna go? Up to you. The tripping would start from 2:00, 2ish to 6 p.m. Yeah.
And I'll be editing this podcast.
Yes. So we'll put this out on YouTube as well. Yes, because it's supposed to be YouTube. Thank you so much.
Arabica Coffee House.
Arabica Coffee House. Thank you so much, Mr. Prem, Mr. Adab, Mr. Raju, whoever. All those partners that trusts me, like Arabica Coffee House, professionally, they are our partners. So let's run down. Arabica Coffee House is a brand originally from Cleveland, Ohio. It has been in the market for 46 years, so don't tell me you don't know yet. It has been there 46 years. And here comes Sister Adele, one of the partners and managing as well. So Arabica Coffee House is not only a brand that they own, there's so many more. Himalayan House, there's also the Pa and Shawtari, and also it's a chain of restaurants. There's a newest go-to place if you are at Arabica Coffee House. This is your after meal. The meal should happen on the other side. They've just opened it last month. It's called Walk and Go. If you guys like Chinese food, anything Chinese is there. So try Walk and Go. It's an affordable Chinese, Japanese cuisines that you can find. In also, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. I'm telling you. Go there, try it. After that, when you want tea or coffee, like we did all the time when we're here, we come to Arabica Coffee House. Yes, because it's a nice chill place. In fact, my friends' comments are like, this is a nice place to study. Spend some time, some hours working on this station. Yes, choose your seats where you're comfortable. We have done the podcast today.
Yeah. Pretty chill. Relaxing. The drinks are not bad.
Yes. How do you find Walk and Go? What do you think?
We only ate there once. And
During the opening.
Yeah, during the opening. And yeah,
It was definitely busy, so
Yeah, if you like Vietnam, it's a good alternative.
yes. And it's in also.
Yeah. Jinx.
Yes. Nakalud. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Fi, for staying with us. Hoping for more podcasts with Third Wheeling with Ate Jane, Tom Gaddis, and Krystel that made the show. And the tripping that I'm doing with you every Friday, it's open to scheduling. It's not gonna be much. I'm not gonna charge you much, but it's petrol.
You're gonna save a lot.
I'm just gonna spend it
so
with
much
coffee.
fun. Yeah. Thanks for giving me the cards.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to having the winter Failaka Islands because I haven't been there for like 15 years. Yeah, and Wafra as well. That I'm excited. But I'm making sure that the establishments that we're going to visit in Wafra are open at the time when we schedule travel. Okay?
Okay.
Thank
Thank you
much.
so much.
Third wheeling.
Good attitude.
Krystel, third wheeling with me. Thank you so much. Bye.